All right, guys, what's going on? We're going to do a daily recap, trade recap for today. I'm going to start banging these out again. Let's jump right into the charts. So, coming into today, what I was looking for, let's go to right here. Okay, so coming into today, I saw the reaction we had. Let's get rid of this right now. Okay. I saw the reaction we had after we swept London highs, right? You see this crazy reaction. This is a willingness to not want to continue higher. On the 15-minute, yes, we had this fair value gap. On the 1 hour, yes, we were in this giant rejection block. Like this, nothing was clear. We had previous day highs to draw. Nothing super clear, and I don't know why I don't know why it just did that. Okay. So coming into today, I had two draws in liquidity that I was looking for. Asia lows, right? We had these equal lows at Asia. And then I looked at this. Let me also, just to make this cleaner for you guys, okay? We also had these lows. I see this, you might see this as support, whatever. I see this as low resistance liquidity, right? And this is on top of the draw that I had, right? Which was the Asia lows. Right, I see this reaction. Okay, we come up, we tap that 15-minute gap. I expect to see some sort of push higher. And then this looks like a giant rejection block, right? So I'm like, okay, hopefully it opened. We kind of just flush down and, head for Asia lows. The only other draw I could possibly have is previous day high. Initially, I wanted to see Asia lows, then previous day high, or on the other side of it, if we got previous day high then Asia lows, I would have been happy with that as well. But once again, my job isn't to predict every move the market makes. My job is just to capitalize when the market is tipping its hand to me, take what I could get and get out, right? That's how you become profitable, and that's how you stay profitable long term. So let's jump into it at open. As you could see right here, what did we do? We flew up at open. We edged previous day high. At this point in time, was like, okay, I think we're going to get previous day high. I wanted to try and take an entry right here into previous day high, right? Something like this. This is what I initially wanted to do, right at open. I didn't end up doing it. I don't know. I wasn't really ready for it, like whatever the case may be, right? I would have taken this trade. But I guess good thing I didn't, because as we know, it did not play out. We rejected, and then we end up flipping this gap. So as I have this draw still, which is Asia lows, I'm waiting to see if this gap gets inversed, right? We have at this point in time, we have a 3-minute gap. We have this 2-minute gap. We did not form a gap in the 5-minute, as you can see right here. But what did I waited for the 3-minute and 2-minute to close, right? They synced up perfectly. So at this point in time, I ended up taking my first trade for the day, which was a short, just like this. And I was targeting Asia, right? I would have scaled some off at these lows right here for about 1.3, and I would have break evened right here. But this was my ultimate draw, is Asia, right? So then we dropped down to the 1-minute. We finally got that candle closure below right here as well, right? And then what happens? If you guys saw this in real time, we spike down lower, right? We get this. So at this point in time, I'm break even, right? Break even. Then it comes back up, and I get stopped out, right? Perfectly fine, is what it is. Like, I'm okay with that. So I'm like, okay, maybe we want to make that next leg higher and push towards previous day high, right? Or maybe we want to make that next leg lower now on a pullback and then head for Asia lows. So first trade, I ended up going break even. Completely fine with me. And then I'm waiting to see if we get a setup, right? We finally I'm seeing all the reactions in this gap. We're holding. This is also aligned with midnight. I'm like, okay. Then we get a strong candle closure below. Okay, so I'm like, okay, my draw is still there, still valid. We got displacement, right? I have a good break-even point, and I have a clear draw, right? So I re-enter this trade, break even there, boom, 1 minute TP, bang, that's it. And that was my trade for the day. And then that was it. I didn't see any clear draws after that. It's like, okay, we have this low, we have this low, this low. But look how sketchy they are. Like, even on an hourly time frame, like, these lows are sketchy. Right? These lows are sketchy. Like, you don't want to short all the way into these. Like, it's just not. But Asia lows was clear to me. So was previous day high. So those are my two draws for the day. Whatever it wanted to do, I was going to try and take advantage of it. But yeah, I mean, we have another low, like I said here, and a 15-minute gap in here. But like these are not super clear draws in liquidity. I do not want to take shorts into there. The session liquidity and the equal lows was super clear for me, so that is exactly what I took. Yes, I could have held runners. Yes, I wouldn't have gotten break even, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not what I wanted to do. It's December. You know, you got to take what the market gives you and run with it. So that's what I took for today. You could have taken some continuation shorts. I did call one out on stream aside from what I took that I thought was a good trade. You know, like I know that we swept Asia lows and you could be like, yeah, we have these lows lower. Okay, but like, look at this. You see this reaction, then you get sketchy reactions. So like I always say, in trading, you need to remember the wicks do the damage and the bodies tell the story. You got to remember that. So we get this wick. Okay, I say, okay, maybe we want to go back higher for a previous day high, right? Or we're going to continue lower. But I want to see a strong 5-minute candle closure below 50% of that gap. I mean, of this wick, right? Because this is a large wick. So right here, we get it. You know, we fake people out. We don't even close below 50% of it, right? That's not strong. That's not convincing. We also have previous day closing price right below. Bounces off. I don't want to see that. I'm not interested in taking a short there. That's not convincing to me. I want shit to be clear and obvious. Okay, so we bounce back up. We get no clear strong closes. Then we come back up. Then we get it right here. Right? We get a close below 50% of the gap and previous day closing price. So this is where I called out this short on stream right here. I said you could have taken this, stop here, or even here. This could have been fine. And you could have targeted this low. This was 700, right? And then there was another low here. You could have left some of your position for here, and you could have honestly left some for here and here too. All depends on how you trade. But for me, this would have been enough. This is what I would have taken, 1.37 risk to reward. That's fine. Even here, this is about what, 2.3R? That's more than enough for me, right? And that flushed right down. This candle, boom, boom, right down, okay? So candle closures are super important. And once you start incorporating this in your trading, you're going to see so much more improvement, right? Just waiting for confirmations. Wicks are going to, scare you, and they're going to, mess with your ability. And that's how the market makers drive emotions, fear and greed, right? You see this giant wick, then you see a reaction right off it. Like, the body is telling you the story. We didn't even close above this wick. We respected the rejection block. Then this, we're not getting any movement. Why? No strong closures below like 50% of the wick and the previous day closing price. As soon as we get it, nuke right down to the draw. So that's basically today's breakdown. The trades I took. I didn't take that last one on stream because I already took my trade. That was a winner. Otherwise, I would have taken that trade as well. But I hope you guys all had a good trading day, stayed safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.